Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be recapping all of my trades for the month of September and see how I did. Hopefully you guys could tell from the title and thumbnail, nearly all of my trades are short options, most of which are naked puts. This makes me bullish overall on the market, which means September was definitely not kind to me. If we take a look at my net lick at the start of the month, you can see I started with about $169,000 in the account. By the end of the month, if we go all the way over here to the right-hand side, you can see I ended at about $158,500. So I lost just over $10,000 this month. Now all of that is unrealized losses, and that's across all of my ETFs, my individual stocks, and my options that I'm holding. But I will say I did end the month positive technically in realized gains. So let's go ahead and take a look at my actual trades for the month. Now jumping right into my trades for the month, you can see at the top was a short call spread against Amazon. I sold the 35.30 by 35.30 vertical call spreads and did so for a total credit of $1.50. I closed this spread out about 11 days later for a 10-cent debit, and after commissions and fees, that left me with a total profit of $137.87. Next up, you can see I sold the $79 puts and $84 calls against Activision. Across the two, I pulled in a total of $204.40 in premium. Next in the list there, you can see I sold Alibaba, which is still haunting me to this day. I sold the 195 calls against shares I was already assigned last month. Plus, I had another 195 put, which I rolled out another couple weeks, which is where that $1,359.07 loss comes from. Technically, I haven't really actually realized any losses on Alibaba or Baba, but I am in the hole about $8,000 on the 200 shares I'm currently holding. Now, I'm going to hold those shares as long as I need to and wait for Alibaba to come back. I truly believe it will come back, and I'll take them to my grave if I need to. Now, in total for the month, I've realized a total loss on Alibaba of $1,238.24. Up next on the list there, you can see the Amazon of pet supplies, Chewy. You can see I sold 3 of the $75 puts and made a total of $320.82 in premium. As always, I also sold some Coinbase puts this month, which was the very first month I've actually been tested on Coinbase, even having to roll them down and out 2 weeks. That's where you guys can see that realized loss for the month of $2,094.12. First though, you can see I sold 2 of the 210 puts and made $173.88 on those guys. And the loser was on the 245 puts, which I sold on September 3rd when coin was trading around $280 a share. Looking back, you can see that was literally the worst timing possible to sell those, and basically Coinbase just went straight down from there. I ended up rolling those out on expiration Friday about 2 weeks in time and rolled them down to the 240 strike. This also brought in an additional credit of about 40 cents on top of that. So despite the 2K loss in September, I'm hoping to make all of that back by next week or roll down further if need be. But in terms of realized losses for the month, I did lose $1,920.24 on Coinbase in the month of September. Next up, I did sell some puts against Salesforce. I sold the 237.5 puts and the 240 puts for the 1st of October. I opened one of those up on the 22nd and one on the 17th and closed out both of them on the 24th for a total profit of $191.88. You can also see I sold a bunch of options against Corsair, CRSR. I sold 5 of the 27 puts on August 31st and closed those out 2 weeks later for a total profit of $756.68. I also sold 3 covered calls against the shares I was assigned earlier, and I sold the 32.5s on August 31st and closed those out 2 weeks later for a total gain of $280.82. Between the calls and the puts, that comes out to a total of $1,037.50 in profit. Mickey was up next. I sold 4 of the Disney 175 puts on August 31st and closed out a couple weeks later for a total profit of $335.73. Now, as a lover of all things EV, I also sold 2 of the $20 puts and 2 of the $19.50 puts against Lucid. I held those contracts for about a month and closed out for a total of $345.76 in profit. My favorite chip company was up next, Micron. You can see I sold 2 of the $71 puts on August 31st, and I closed those out 23 days later for a total profit of $192.92. Now, a small one in the account, you can see I also had a SoFi 16.5 put that I closed out for a total profit of $109.94. And as always, I also had a Tesla 630 put, which I sold on August 30th and closed a month later for a total profit of $689.94. Now, finally, the very last one you see there in the list was TSP, where I sold 2 of the $30 puts and closed out 2 weeks later for a total profit of $137.88. Now, this was entirely a volatility play. I know basically nothing about this company, but the volatility was incredibly high when I originally sold these, and it popped up on my scanner, so I thought, why not? Now going into ThinkBack, you can see when I originally sold these, volatility was over 150%. So I was able to sell these $30 puts when the stock was trading around 48 bucks a share, and I was able to pull in 90 cents in premium per contract for those. So I sold nearly $18 out of the money and was still able to pull in almost $100 in premium per contract. Now, like I said before, I did find this on my scanner. I knew nothing about this company until it popped up there. If you guys are interested in learning how to create your own high volatility scanner, I'll go ahead and link it right here at the top if you guys want to take a look at my video on how to create that. But in total, and accounting for all those losses on Coinbase and on Baba, which I hope to make back from the rolls that I did, I only ended up making $551.79 for the month of September. This is a teeny tiny return of only 0.3% for the month of September, which is well below my target of 2 to 3.5% that I'm trying to aim for every month. But I'm not really surprised with the market sell-off in September and Baba just going down day after day, just going straight in the toilet. And if you guys are new to option selling, this is not a huge surprise. Some months are going to be great. Others are definitely going to test your confidence. But in the long run, I'm not worried about it in the slightest. But this is the main reason I wouldn't consider doing this full time unless you have a much larger bankroll behind you. For me, I probably wouldn't even consider it until I hit at least 600K, 750K at an absolute minimum. But if we did look back in time a bit, you can see my track record so far since making these monthly videos. Last month in August, you can see I pulled in a total of $6,384.59 for the month. The month before that, July, I pulled in $1,894.54. Month before that, in June, I pulled in $11,392.15. In May, I pulled in $2,857.86. In April, I pulled in $5,068.96. And finally, the very first video I made on this, in March, I made $3,167.22. Hopefully next month we can get back to these types of returns. Just need Baba to stop tracking me down. But that is it for the month of September. Hope this helps some of you guys out there. And as always, if you guys have any questions at all about options trading or really anything investing related, leave it down below in the comments and I'll do my best to answer all of them if I can. Also, please send good vibes Alibaba's way and get that position back in the green for me. If you guys did like this type of content, go ahead and check out my portfolio playlist to check out some of my other monthly updates on option selling. I'm going to continue making videos just like this every single month to keep track of my progress, both for me and for you guys. But we are going to go ahead and end it here, try and make some money this week, and I'll catch you guys all on the next video.